Welcome back to Land of House. It's raining. So I waited till too late apparently. It's 2:30 to start this video because it's supposed to rain on and off for the rest of the afternoon. But I want to get a little bit of work done outside. I set up, let's see, this blue bucket here is for ram pump. I've got some tubing down there. And I was hoping to make a 3-foot tall stand for the bucket, the source of the ram pump testing I'm going to be doing. And so I pulled some wood out and started looking at design and thought, wait a minute, why don't I just go up the hill here and pull one of the 55-gallon barrels that I'm not using anymore because I messed up on them. And because they're about 3 foot tall, and I can just use that as my platform. So let's go up the hill here and disconnect one of these and roll it back down for a 3 foot tall stand. There's probably some kind of wasp nest over here, so I need to be careful, but I accidentally drilled a hole that was too big, and I flipped it upside down thinking I could just use it that way, but it just never did work, so it's just trash, but it will make a good stand for the pump. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. I'll have to measure and get the exact height. And also, I'll be able to use the ram pump here from the storage tanks up the hill. Comes down through the garden hose here. And I can keep this bucket full while I'm running my tests, which means I can also add the hydrostatic pressure of the bucket. So anyway, it's fairly flat here. I can use this tube here as my delivery pipe for testing. And I'm thinking about bringing the 12-foot ladder out and hooking that pipe or that tube up to the 12-foot ladder so that I can get at least 15 feet of lift out of there. So anyway, it's starting to rain, so let's go into the workshop. In case you didn't know, I work at a home for adults with developmental disability. And even though they have what may be considered a negative title, it's never held them down to do fun stuff. And I went with them this past week to an animal rehabilitation place that takes exotic pets that people are unable to take care of. And it's pretty fascinating. So here are some clips of that. First time I'd really seen a kangaroo or been that close to a porcupine, so definitely was exciting. That place, it's been there for a couple years. The road to get up there was tough, but once you got up there, it's pretty fun. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do now is two things. I need to wrap up the build of the step here for my sister's kids. I bought some more of these little brackets that will go on the side to wrap up that. I bought some finish this morning and a big dowel. Ashley is wanting a coat rack at our front door, and so I'm going to use some of the oak board that I'm storing up here to be that rack. So it's going to be a fun project. We'll go ahead and start on that. Need to get measurements like where the studs are and how thick she wants it. But anyway, I just got this poplar dowel that will be cut into pieces for that project. Other than that, I may go ahead and get my sister's coat rack done, which will just be using these traditional hardware pieces here. I actually started this video off trying to do a little funny comedy skit, pretending that these were something else than what they actually are. But then I remembered I'm not funny, so I just ordered lots of bicycle tubes for ram pumps. We're giving Ashley a day of work, so I've got both the kids here in Walmart. I just found a whole bunch of bicycle tubes for $1.50. What did you find? They're so high? They are very tall. These bicycle tubes here run for $6, but they have them for $1.50. Definitely going to be using that for ram pumps. That's a football, not an egg. I crunched the numbers and I bought 17 bicycle tubes for $24, and that's $102 if I paid full price for them. So saving 75 bucks is definitely awesome on bicycle tubes. We're back here at my niece and nephew's house where they have the castle bunk bed that I built. And I'm fixing the ladder, just adding a little extension to it, and cut this piece down, and I think it's going to fit nice and snug there. Just need to drill some holes and then put some screws in there. And I bought this second pack of these little braces. I'm probably going to put them on the inside to just lock this thing down. It just adds an extra 18 inches of step. And then I'll be installing this piece up top to hopefully keep the ladder in place. We'll see how well it goes. Are you helping by putting money on the holes?
I need the holes.
You remember what that's called?
What?
A penny.
Penny. Banana. Penny.
A penny.
Look at those.
How many pennies do you have?
4,
2.
5, 6.
1, 2.
5, 5.
Well, I've got the ladder up here and it seems to work. Definitely could have done a better job with it, but it is going to do just fine for the kids that weigh 40 or 50 pounds. I did stand on that bottom step with 200 pounds and it held me. Probably wouldn't want to just climb up and down this a lot, but anyway, so we've got the inner support there as well as the back support on this lower piece. And up here, probably should have found some other attachment method, but it's going to be good enough, I do believe. Because most of the weight is down, of course, and then in. And you can see that's not going anywhere, so good enough. All right, definitely is taking long enough, but it's complete enough for the time being. I think the castle bed turned out pretty good though. I think they've been enjoying it. I was afraid the curtain might fray some, and it is, but anyway, there you go. Are you gonna climb up and test the ladder? Do you want to climb? Go ahead. You climb it. My mom called me a couple days ago and asked if we could fix the walkway that goes from the workshop to the house. I fixed the other bits over the past 2 years. Anyway, I told her I didn't have the materials, so I'm here at the hardware store to fill up a couple buckets of sand. And I got the wood on top of my car. I don't guess they have a shovel. Anyway, I just have to make do. I do see a shovel over there. So you can buy a bag of play sand for $4 or $5 even, or you can get a 5-gallon bucket for $2. That's why I bring my own bucket. And it's Wednesday morning. I was able to get the grass mowed yesterday. Looks pretty good. Now it's time to finish up the ram pump setup here. I want to get this in place so that I can start making some videos. Get the garden hose out and wash out my intake bucket here. It's pretty gross looking. You gonna dump it?
Dump it.
Good job. The first ram pump video that I'm gonna be filming out of a huge long series of close to 20 videos is siphoning. I'm gonna put the intake on top of this rain barrel and just siphon out and show that it works. Then I'm going to have the drive pipe up and over the playhouse build here so that I have to siphon much higher and show that that works as well. Okay, I'm gonna need to have some 1/2-inch components for this test out here. Is that 1/2-inch? That's the thin wall stuff, but it should work just fine. All right, I'm gonna gather up a few things here and then we'll go out there and get some work done. That's probably usable for something. Emma's loving learning about the ram pump here today and getting rather wet.
They're coming.
It's gonna splash you. Oh man. So I've decided that before I film my video, I'm going to work out any of the kinks that I have so that the video is more polished. In the past, my ram pump videos have all been just set up a pump and play, test. But, so for example, in this Will It Siphon video, if the fill tube is here, it still leaves an air pocket up here and it won't run. So I'm gonna move this valve to the very top as best I can. And that should allow me to get this to work. So I can use the T this direction as the drive pipe and the upper direction as the fill pipe, and so it'll be the highest point in the system. So anyway, that's the kind of kinks I'm going to work out before I show the video as a complete video, because in the past I feel like people don't realize that my videos are educational, and that's what I'm going for. So anyway, enough of that. But yeah, we ran out of water. Okay, let's go give it to Mom. Mother's Day is coming up, but because of our busy schedule, we're celebrating today.
Mama,
You got me a present? Let's see. Are you going to pull it out for Mama? Oh, thank you. You want me to help you?
no, no.
It's more clothes. Oh, thank you. Yay! I love it. Thank
It's a
you.
Friends sweatshirt. Here, give Mom the other ones. Now don't drop it, it's breakable.
Let go.
Say, here you go, Mama.
Oh, we have a picture of baby Arrow.
One more.
Yay.
Give her this one.
We have a family picture of all 4 of us. Yay!
Say Happy Mother's Day.
Yay! Thank you. Can I have a hug? I love you. Mwah. So regal and cute.
Are you enjoying your Mother's Day so far?
I am. I just wish Arrow wasn't my favorite now.
Just got done eating supper at Carrabba's for Mother's Day. Ashley has wanted to eat here for a while now, and I think she was satisfied with some lobster ravioli. This place is not my favorite. It's better than Zoe's Kitchen by like a little bit.
But it's more expensive.
But way more expensive. Like feeding 2 people is $40 easy with no drinks, because we don't really drink. Well, sometimes you do.
Yeah, but I'm breastfeeding, so.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. You could probably spend $100 easy in here for 2 people if you got the right stuff. But anyway, I wanted to mention that I'm not going to be doing the Monday vlog anymore. It's just going to be Thursdays, because I hope to have ram pump videos out every Monday or Tuesday from here on out for several months. But
maybe those will be more exciting than the vlogs, because
probably
his vlogs
will.
are boring.
So anyway, you can watch on Thursdays. But go ahead and end here. Thank you for joining in, and I will see you next week for another exciting or not exciting video. Bye.